Well, hello there, good viber. How are you doing today? Now, it is your girl Esther Joy. She's coming at you with another video. On this channel, we love to talk about love, light, joy, and peace. And if you, my friend, enjoy these vibrations and many more, then you are in the right place. Now, my friend, good viber, we are going to be talking a little bit about consciousness, densities, dimensions, frequencies, all of that jazz, and we're going to be tying it all together to see if we can make some sense out of it, okay? And I'm very excited because we're also going to be talking about the chakras, and they really tie in to this whole idea and how we can use the chakras as a blueprint for understanding the different densities of consciousness that we are existing on. So I hope that you're ready. Stay tuned to the end to really get the full picture and understand the densities and everything. And I'm very excited for this video, and I'm very excited to share the information that I have gathered so far. With that being said, I am still learning, so I really appreciate having these kind of conversations. And the reason I'm making this video is because I was having a conversation with one of my amazing beings, my amazing soul fam, about consciousness, and this is what kind of came through, and I really wanted to share it with you, okay? So there's that. I'm still learning, so feel free to leave comments down below so that we can have a conversation and discuss and connect, okay? So thank you so much for being here. So I wanted to start off by sharing a little story with you, personal experience that happened to me and really opened my eyes, and is one of the main reasons I think that I am so drawn to learning and teaching about the chakras. So a while ago, around a year and a half, I remember I was honestly, this is so weird, a lot of my the weirdest moments in my life happen when I just get out of bed. So I got out of bed and I stood up, and for whatever reason I had an out-of-body experience. For really, I don't know why. This happened in a way where I was standing on my carpet right there, and I felt my body, every cell in my body, begin to vibrate. Not only that, but the space in between every cell in my body became immensely large, almost like I was the space in between all of those little cells, and those cells were just these little circles. It was even smaller than cells, perhaps, because it was just like the atoms themselves, so tiny, where it zoomed in and I was so much space. I felt like I was in space, and every cell seemed to be like a universe. And honestly, I wasn't sure if I was in my body or if I was like in the universe. I was in space, just drifting away. Everything I remember, I was still kind of aware that I had a body, and when I moved and shifted my body, my leg, and shifted the weight, I could feel and literally see every single little particle just shift, and I wasn't sure if I was moving them or they were moving me, because it was just such a seamless interaction of synchronistic movement. It was so harmonized that there was no who is doing that. It was just, this is a movement. And I could see that every cell in my body was a universe. It was literally this explosion of stars. And it was one of the most profound experiences I've ever had. That only lasted around 10 seconds. And you might be like, Esther, what kind of drugs were you on? I don't think I was on any drugs. I just got out of bed. So I'm telling you, fam, it's weird, okay? Sometimes these things just happen. But that really opened my eyes and my awareness to, okay, so what is my body really connected to? What is really going on here? We are all in this orchestration of how the whole cogs in the fabric of reality is working. I'm not sure. I think I might be the whole universe, but I also know that right now I'm just me. So that was my experience. Weird experience. And why did I want to share that with you, my friend? Well, it really opened my eyes to understanding that this consciousness has multiple perceptions. And right now I am perceiving consciously of life through my human vessel's eyes. But I am still a multi-dimensional being, and I am still connected to more dimensions than just this one or two or three that I'm consciously perceiving of. Now, with that being said, fam, this is when my interest with the chakras really began, because immediately I got this idea, this click in my head, and maybe everyone already knew and I was late to the show, but this understanding that the chakras are these portals where certain energies all being synchronized and harmonized with certain energies in the world, almost like if you were to have an eye of a needle and you put the string through the eye of the needle. Imagine every chakra is just an eye of the needle with a different colored string, and then you use those different colored strings and needles to weave yourself in the fabric of reality. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So with that being said, that is I think the best analogy I can really share with you right now of how I perceive the chakras all playing a role in my and all of our reality stimulation existence. With that being said, the chakras are more or less a blueprint to understand the different densities of consciousness and how they are all tied together. Now, I'm using the 7 embodied chakras for this, but quite honestly, that's just because that's something most people are familiar with, even though there are many different variations of chakra systems and energy body systems throughout history. I think one of the second most popular ones are the 12 body chakras, and those go all the way down to the core of the earth, all the way up to your soul star vibration. So there are a lot of different chakras all over the place, and they all are playing a role in weaving you with the fabric of reality. If I were to guess, I would say that there are trillions of little chakras in you, because each one correlates to a specific energy signature, and that is going to only play with the other energy signatures on its line of existence or consciousness. So this is where the consciousness comes in. So we're looking at the root chakra first, because I want to use the root chakra as an example. I think it's really important, and a lot of people might undermine the root chakra because it is the last, it's the first chakra, it's, the densest of the chakras, it's red. Red is the, it's the lowest frequency of light that we can perceive. So a lot of people think like, okay, root chakra, what's going on here? When we look at the root chakra, it has, because literally the light within it is oscillating at the longest speed, taking the longest amount of time to just complete one oscillation, that is actually correlated to the possibilities that are consciously perceived in that portal, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Again, I'm still learning. I'm just doing my best to explain to you and share with you this information. And please feel free to put your own input, because I really appreciate it and it helps me expand my understanding of this topic. So I appreciate it so much. So with that being said, the root chakra is the densest amount. It takes the longest amount of time for that one oscillation to finish, which means that there are less possibilities that are perceived in this realm of consciousness. That means it is more defined. When we look at the root chakra, literally root, you can't really move, like trees don't move around because they're rooted in the ground, okay? This is where that possibility really is staying. Just like we can't really move around because we're rooted in our physical body, and we have to play with the rules of this physical realm. So there are many things, and we can see that the root chakra is associated with the planet Saturn. And all of these different energies are connected. And through them being connected, they are all playing in the same field of consciousness and allowing this multi-dimensional perception of reality to be able to be perceived. This is true for all of them, and they all do very differently for the different energies that are present and the different role that they play for us perceiving consciousness and as we understand it. Again, the chakras are more of a tool to explain consciousness. It is not like they are consciousness themselves. They're just a way that us humans can really understand consciousness through this system. So with that being said, like, we could go all the way up to the crown chakra, where is infinite possibilities are really lying, because it is the crown chakra. It's literally protruding out of our head, like mind blown. I think that's where it comes from, or that's where I associate it with. So with that being said, the crown chakra has infinite amount of possibilities. It is associated usually with violet, I think ultraviolet light, which is again the fastest frequency of light that we can perceive, meaning that there are many possibilities within that we consciously are aware of in that realm of existence. And with that being said, there's also this understanding that in the crown chakra, because it's going so fast, that sometimes it doesn't even look like it's moving at all, because like if you look at helicopter, I was gonna say wings, but they're not wings, propellers, and you can see that like they're not moving. Or even look at your fan and you see when it goes really fast, it looks like it doesn't move, or it's going really slow, but in reality it's just going so fast that you cannot actually perceive it. That's kind of how I see the crown chakra and the realm of possibilities that are there. They're actually going so fast that the crown chakra's possibility consciousness range sometimes looks like it's mimicking the root chakra, just because of how fast it is going, that it looks like it's going really slow like the crown chakra, but within it, it's actually going immensely fast, and there are a lot of possibilities, and that's where they kind of loop back together and create this whole circle. I don't know if that makes sense. That's kind of how I see it, though, anyways. And if you have more to add, if you just want to share, I'm just learning. Like, this is definitely something that I'm really interested in. I love sharing, what I am understanding of this nature of reality through the chakras and the energy body, so I can just share it with you. If you're interested in learning more, then let me know. Sign up for the chakra course down below, because I'm very excited for that. You will be able to be one of the first people to sign up and really get that amazing bomb.com discount. But let me not promote too much, okay? If you're interested, it's down below in the description, so tap that link. And I wanted to just thank you so much for watching this video. Press a thumbs up right now if you found any value in this video. If you want me to talk more on this topic, I probably am anyways, fam. But thank you so much again, and I hope you have an amazing day. Namaste.